Hello. Welcome to my journal entry. My video journal entry. Which begins on, it is August 11th, Tuesday, 2026, one day before the eclipse. 0:22 dark hours. 0:22 dark hours. And we're now on Tuesday, even though I'm in the momentum of Monday night still. But nights, days, it doesn't matter for me. It's all blends. It's all it's one big shift, it seems. For instance, for example, last night, didn't fall asleep until about 5:30 or 6 in the morning. I got up again at 8. I don't know why I do that. I've always done that. I don't know why I do that as a person, as long as I can remember paying attention to it. Lots of times I go without a lot of sleep, and then I get a chance to sleep and get a lot of sleep, and my body doesn't always use it all. It gets up early a lot of the times. I get pissed off at myself. Like, what the fuck? So then I had like that weird 90 minutes of sleep or so today, then went back to sleep. Like 8:30. Got up a couple hours later. And that's, nothing new, a night like that for me. But it's not optimal. I don't like it. I don't doing all-nighters and stuff. But I got to do them when I got to do them. And I got to not complain about them and not whine and cry and everything. Everyone try to run away from it. Do what I have to do, get through the night. I'll sleep later. You won't die. Just fucking get through, get it done, whatever it is, whatever is keeping you up. Sometimes it's not something though. Sometimes it's something like more internal, like bugging you. You gotta figure it out. Or if you don't, or if it's not the noise machine people, with the blowers and everything at 7:30 in the morning, all over the place. I try not to focus on that shit anymore, so I can't say completely because that would be a lie to myself and everything else. I know I'm gonna get pissed off at them again and stuff, but I can mitigate it, I can turn the volume down on that. I realized that too, again, recently. Now, I'm the one, who has the ultimate, say-so and power over my moods, over how I react and over my behavior. No one else directs it as far as I know of, other than me, right? So I don't want to get that heavy and stuff. Not all that shit. That's the beauty of writing. There's a written journal, which there's nothing wrong with. That's the best way. The most discipline it takes people to do. Oh, I keep a journal. Yeah, let's see. The 3 pages, maybe. Most people don't even start. They say they do, they don't even start. And then very rare, you get someone who actually keeps a real journal of themselves and their life, whatever. You're rarer in this day and age, people who take and actually like write. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the keyboard stuff, but it's just different. Yeah. There's this recurring, I don't know what to call it, theme, or is it a SOP maybe, or I don't know. But what it is just the idea and the words, the concept, simple one for oneself or for me is. I have to be able to open my mind, get it in all the time. It's a simple little thing. Things don't always work out the way I want them. You know? And you say out loud, of course not. It's a living world. It's, everything's different, moving, every different choices. Of course not. Can't unless you're a fucking dictator, right? Or something horrible like that, or fucked up. But yeah, I was as I said, going at it, approaching it in the manner that I should have 100% cooperation and full stuff and all the way. And I'm fighting it, and I finally came to realize, you know, well, one, not to fight it. Hold on a minute, I'm sorry. Pause, time out. I have to take care of something off camera. Yeah, things don't always go the way you want. Work out the way you want, you know. And when I remember that in the spot and stuff over something heated, or I'm in a role of wanting everything my way for a long time or something, and it's simple. It's just like, yeah, that's true. Fucking lighten up, you know. Be a fucking spoiled brat. And then when you do that, well, the problem and all the other stuff, or for me anyway, lightens up, dissipates, evaporates, goes away. No longer fucking me up, annoying me, wasting my time, you know. Or you can go the other route, hold on to it, everything, gotta fucking go the way I want, fucking my way or no way. I'm no fucking way, I'm sticking with it, you know, like the Titanic. Miserable way. You may get it, that thing eventually, but in the meantime, you've lost out on tons of other shit on both sides, and you're fucking drained, and you're a fucking asshole. You know, people don't like to. Most adults. I mean, I'm trying not to generalize all the time when I say these large swaths of people. You know, by certain, you know, categories and names, you know. I know it's wrong to do, but it's also fucking, you know, natural, you know, and kind of just the way it comes out, and you know, that's it. It's fucking, you know, whatever. Things don't always work out the way you want. You know, don't throw fucking tantrums as an adult. And adult tantrums aren't always, you know, throwing stuff and breaking things and stuff and doing visible tantrums. There's a lot of fucking really sad fucking adults out there who you know, they do it inside, you know, they keep it in there. They're a liar to themselves and everyone else. You know, when they meet everyone, they lie and they talk and they say bullshit how they really are. And they're really working a different agenda, and they're just presenting a total false fucking image to you. You know, like a fucking, just a complete fucking waste of a person. People who are like that. Again, see here I'm getting in on those topics again that I said I was not going to get into. I didn't want to get into, you know. I wanted to keep this light and fun and loose and happy. Good times are here. Oh, everything, no, you know, none of that. I tell you, it has been so fucking hot and humid since past Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, now going into Tuesday. This is totally separate thing, but it always trips me out when I think about it. I remember it, and I, you know, either think to myself about it or I tell people about it, and they're tripped out. I'll tell you. You know, I have, you know, been heavily tattooed pretty much since I was a whole adult, since like 20 and up. I started getting it. And I worked at a tattoo shop for a lot of years and got even more, of course, there. But anyway, so this tattoo on my head, this one, strength, I got in my early 20s, maybe 23, 24, something like that. Anyway, I wasn't 25 yet, but the point I'm making is people fucking stare and all sorts of shit. Now, in the 90s, it was different because I was the exception. Hardly anyone had, you know, very few people had tattoos that would show out of a shirt, you know, or down on the hands or anything like that. So, you know, just having them on the neck and stuff, doing a regular job and stuff, like I was putting up swing sets for a while. A lot of the times the owners, home people and shit are looking at me like, you know, I'm some, you know, convict or something, you know, escaped convict or something working there, and I'm going to rob and steal and all this bad stuff, because it was like, you know, it was that minimal back then. Again, it's not like it's fucking a fast food franchise today, you know, how heavily tattooed people are today. You know, with the wallpaper tattooing of the sections that are just designed, like the way that looks, you know, cover. I'm not saying that's wrong. Anyone should put whatever they want there, but I'm just saying a lot of it, to me, doesn't lacks a lot of what's the word? Well, effort, creativity, you know. Push to think, you know, your own thing or whatever, but hey, everyone doesn't have to be like me, right, whatever. Thing is, everyone and their mother pretty much have full, you know, arm sleeves, hands, neck, head, face, whatever else they can start sticking on now to just say, hey, look at me, you know, weirdness just for weirdness, look, you know. It's very, I mean, to me, but so anyway, what I was saying before about this tattoo, a lot of times people have, you know, always stared and looked at, a lot of people like it, and a lot of people, you know, are just fucking weird. Like, example, more than one time, a few times, complete strangers, people I don't know, whatever, that doesn't matter, will come up and say to me, wherever it is, gas station, store, or just wherever, I'm around, and they say, does that say serenity? I'm not making it up, I swear to God. Does that say serenity? And I remember the first time someone said it, I was like, you're fucking with me, get out of here. Can't you read? And I looked at them, they're like, they really thought it said serenity. And I'm like, how? Can't you spell? Serenity ends with the letter Y. Does that look like the letter Y to anyone? Well, let's just break it down. Serenity, E-R-E-N-Y-T-I. It looks fucking nothing like it. I don't know, somehow they see the S, I guess, and the T, or whatever that is, it says it's not serenity. Shit. What was any other funny ones? I have accused me of having. Fuck it. But it was always just like, and it still happens every year or two. It's just, sometimes I want to interview them, people. Like, seriously, just sit, can I interview you for 5 minutes? You ask me stuff, let me ask you stuff. First of all, first question of the interview. All sincerity and honesty, really, I'm not kidding around. Questions. Do you know what planet you live on? Start from there. That's always my one for the moron, idiot fucking drivers who a lot of times seem to get in front of me. People don't know how to fucking drive, really. Terrified fear victims, doing nothing but driving with the brake on, stopping like 90 feet before each fucking intersection or light. Just all that kind of shit, man. I hate that. It's bullshit. Fuck you. Maintain the flow of traffic. I want to go where I need to go and get and do and come back and do stuff. I'm not fucking around. I'm not looking at the trees and driving like you are. You want to do that? Go to a park or something like that. Am I wrong? I don't think so. Just like with problems with asshole neighbors, say, for instance, kids and stuff, younger, but they're, I don't know, fucking age. Doesn't fucking matter, almost high school, I guess. But they have a pool, great, They put the pool less than fucking 15 or 20 feet directly to where my training area is and stuff outside, where I do all of my shit. They have a whole fucking yard. They had to put it fucking 6 feet from the fence, right next to where I'm at, right? But anyway. The point is to yell and scream and fucking so loud. You can't just swim and play. I mean, it's fucking crazy. I'm not making it up, believe me. I wish I was. So that's okay. They're allowed to do that, right? No one stops them. I don't stop them. I don't give them a stare or nothing. I ignore them. They do it constantly every day. But their lack of control over themselves, doing their thing that they want to do, and yelling, screaming excessively, which travels over into my fucking area, into my ears, into my fucking world, and you're distracting it. Fuck you. No. That's wrong. To me, that seems wrong. I can't do nothing, say anything. Oh, Jason, just lighten up, calm down. They're just kids playing. Lighten up. Oh, do it. Oh, just wait. But I've been good. I've been cool. I've never freaked out. I've never yelled at them. They're, I think, a little frightened of me anyway. They're just watching me do my knife stuff out there, or when I teach less private lessons out there sometimes with people. And they stand there with a defensive fucking stare and go off. But I even throw back their balls and stuff that they throw over there without them asking me or nothing. You know, I'm a good guy, nice. But when you cross the boundaries and fuck with me, I've simply reached a place in me where that on any level from anyone about anything, it just will not stand. I react to take care of it and to push it and everything away, do what I have to do. But sometimes, some problems, some people, some fuckers, some things, you can't go straight at and through, and fucking destroy, and just fucking run right over. Like you want to, and you probably still could, but it's the wrong tactic. It's not a winning strategy for some things and people and stuff. And you got to be able to have the, self-discipline to break when that situation happens and turn and just go around with it and bite your lip, not to go fucking through it. And go around it and just know, all right, just being tactical, smart. You get it later on. You come back and get it some other way, like a fucking sniper from somewhere else, like fucking Carlos Hathcock in Vietnam, Chris Kyle. I saw one, all right, this last little mini thing here for the journal, because here's a little weird thing that happened. I noticed it the other night, 2 days ago. I was coming back from the doctor's with my girlfriend. I was 17. And as usual, every lane's going, kind of going. The fucking one I'm in is fucking turtling for a while. Can't stand it. The piss is nice. I want to go. I try to go around. Another lane. That's fucking starting slow. I'm looking up. What the fuck? And the other sides of the highway on my side was just going no problem. By the divider, another two. These other 2 lanes are just fucking almost at a stop, and it's at a highway, and it's like I'm going like 5 miles, 10 miles an hour. It's straight, and there's nothing. There's no. I can't fucking see what it is. Sure enough, it wasn't a few more minutes later that I saw the problem. Oh man. I must have something on my hands and now it's in both of my eyes. Alright, wait a second. Hold on, just pause one more second here. All right. So I see the car. Right, it's like one of them fucking caravan things that usually starts traffic, but I see them going, and I was a couple cars away, and I could just see the driver and the passenger, and I could see their body movements, or their what's the word you call that? Their you give off with your way you are with your body and stuff, and you can read kind of what's going on. And they were definitely fighting. They were arguing. They were this one was like sideways yelling, and the other one was like, "Arr, arr." I was like, oh shit, okay. And then, right, it gets weird now. Then the passenger door, which, okay, there's the car, okay, car in this lane. And then I was finally here. I was right behind it, but I was in the next lane. So I was going this way past the passenger's side of this fucking car, fighting in it. And he opens the door. The door opens like about, 6 inches, and then they start going faster. And the car behind me is like trying to save them or whatever, like beeping, going crazy, like, oh, the door's open. And he thinks they don't know it. I know that it's on purpose because I saw them fighting. And then it stops again in traffic. I go catch up to them again, and now it's going slow. He's got the door more wide open, like half open now. His foot's sticking out. And he's leaning over, yelling, fighting. I'm thinking, no. What? It's my fucking luck. I'm going to go around this fucking guy. Right when he decides to fucking jump out or something, and I hit him. Now I'm in trouble. I'm fucked up, In this situation, I'm not like, oh, the poor strangers had something going on. Let's save them. I'm like, no, the poor fucking stranger better stay out of my fucking sight and not try to drown me with this fucking bullshit. I'm not gonna, just walk into it. So then all of a sudden, so I just say, fuck it. I'm just gonna go real slow. I'm not passing them on the passenger side. I'm not giving them a chance for that to fucking happen. If he comes out, jumps out, dives out, whatever, I have plenty of room. I can just go in the shoulder and done with it. But before that, it was we're kind of held like a trap, because they're fucking grown adults doing this shit in the middle of the fucking day, like kindergarten people. They can't control their fucking emotions or behaviors and all that stuff. And wait till it's in a regular good place to do it. No, they got to do it and drag fucking 80,000 people and slow them fucking down and all that, right? Oh, I'm too high strung. I should calm down. No, I don't think so. And if you agree with the other way, you need to get charged fucking full of life, because you need to want to be value your time and want to do shit and go and not be held hostage and fucking sabotage and waylaid by fucking people, let alone strangers and their fucking bullshit. No. Stay alert. Avoid them. Jump over them. Squash them. Whatever you have to do. So, alright, here goes. Ends up where it was backed up to the traffic in front of them. They couldn't go nowhere. They came to a stop. And the guy had the door almost fully open as I drove past. As far as I go. And it was just the same thing. And we're probably we're past them, everyone started moving, they started going slow again, and then it finally broke up. I went faster, I looked back, last I saw, they stopped again, complete full stop in the middle of Route 17, about 4:30, 5 o'clock on a fucking Monday. And who knows what happened, I don't know. But it's just weird, little thing. Yeah. I would write in my journal if it was a written journal. But it's a video journal, so I can act it out, I can speak it, and get to a lot of other things. And I'm going to close out the journal here entry, doing something I can never do in a written journal. Now, it's sharing one of my stress relieving techniques and things I have done and added to my repertoire over the years. Okay, what it is, a little destruction, little fun destruction, manual destruction, hand-eye coordination, all that. It is a little slingshot, wrist rocket practice. It always feels good to break something, blow something up, shoot something, stab, destroy something, sometimes just for the sake of doing it, or sometimes for technique. Repetition. Alright, so where I have my choice little ammunition are these balls, lead balls. I forgot what weight they are, but they're good. Sometimes I can put 2 or 3 together and wrap them in aluminum foil, or add a nut like that to it. Makes it heavier, much more heavier and solid, and still staying very small, so you get that velocity. I even hung up a little target for you guys. I don't know if you've noticed if I did this up. A little teeny tiny little water bottle. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, can you see that from there? Yeah, I guess. Alright, I'll take a couple of shots only. You know, it's going to be more point blank because, hey, that's a viable way, effective way to use the slingshot wrist rocket on the target up at close quarters. And they have like automatic ones where the thing just pops up ball each time. Boom, boom, boom. I get that, okay. So, we'll make that plastic there. We're doing the draw. I'll do 5 or 6 steps. No, 2, 4, okay. This is first. Oh. Definitely shooting it again. I'm gonna hit that little motherfucker. I don't know why I hung such a small one up, or I made it as far as possible for myself. Not realizing it. Could use bigger ammunition to I'll hit it this time. Yeah. Fuck, it didn't break though. Well, kind of knew it wouldn't. Let's try one more. Feels good though to get that hit where I tell you. It worked up. Yeah. Alright, well, I didn't get the nice big oof shot that I wanted, the explosion. You see, I don't have a big Bowie with me, but I need one. It might can affect this. Okay. Good enough. I don't know, I have fun doing stuff like that. It's satisfying to me. I like doing shit, using things, not just staring at them and stuff. And it's fun. Okay, I'm shutting off now. I just wanted to also bring up and say that I'm working and have been working on some Bowie knife fighting stuff that I'm going to be putting out before September, sometime this month. I'm not locking myself into a specific date and getting all nuts over that, and there's no reason to. When everything is done and ready how I want it, then I'll put the video out. Alright, thanks. Jason out. 056 hours. 056 dark hours.